buy you anything, I buy you anything. Come in pieces, baby, fix me. And just shake me till you wake me from this bad dream.
Yeah.
I'm going down, down, down. And I just can't believe my first love will be alright. And I'm like, baby, 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 oh, I'm like, baby, 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 no. I'm like, baby, 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 no. I thought you'd always be mine, mine.
Yeah. Original set.
We can knock the hood with that.
Justin Bieber didn't announce a comeback, drop a single, or tease a documentary. He did something quieter and somehow louder at the same time. He went back. 15 years after Baby turned him from a kid on YouTube into a global phenomenon, Bieber walked into the bowling alley at Universal City Walk and Lucky Strike Lanes, the exact place where that era was frozen in time. No stage lights, no choreography, no label rollout. Just a phone camera, a beanie, a gray t-shirt, and a voice that hasn't forgotten where it came from. The Instagram reel he posted came with a deceptively simple caption: "Went to where I shot my music video for Baby. This is what happened." What happened next was predictable and overwhelming. The internet collectively time-traveled. Fans who grew up with Bieber felt their childhood snap back into focus. People who hadn't thought about Baby in years suddenly remembered school hallways, early YouTube days, and a moment when pop culture felt simpler. This wasn't just nostalgia bait. It felt personal, almost private, like the audience was watching someone open a memory box they weren't sure they were ready to share. Inside the reel, Bieber moved through the bowling alley like a ghost from two timelines at once. This was the same space where a 15-year-old version of him once filmed a video that would go on to rack up billions of views and redefine internet music success. Back then, everything was loud, cameras everywhere, dancers, Ludacris delivering one of the most recognizable guest verses in pop history. Now, it was stripped down to the bones. Bieber sang Baby a cappella while a friend beatboxed beside him. Another friend proudly belted out Ludacris's verse, turning what was once a polished production into something that felt like a group of friends reliving a shared memory. It wasn't performative, it was relaxed, almost fragile. That's what hit people hardest. This wasn't a pop star recreating a moment for clicks. It was a grown man revisiting the place where his life permanently changed. Fans noticed the details immediately: the casual outfit, the lack of ego, the way his voice sounded steady and controlled, untouched by years of scrutiny, touring, and very public struggles. Comments poured in within minutes. This brought back everything. Ending 2025 with JB singing Baby is crazy. This song and this place raised an entire generation. Even MTV jumped in, joking that someone needed to find their 10-year-old self and give them a hug. The clip wasn't just trending, it was emotional currency. What made the moment even heavier is the context surrounding it. Baby wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural reset. When it dropped in 2010, it became one of the most watched videos in internet history and helped cement YouTube as a legitimate launchpad for global stardom. Bieber was barely a teenager, singing about first love and heartbreak with a voice that hadn't fully matured, yet somehow captured millions. Over time, the song earned a 12 times platinum certification and billions of streams, but it also became something Bieber publicly wrestled with. For years, he distanced himself from that era, even admitting he once resented the song that made him famous.
The early JB Baby, the record Baby, Take Me in the Studio.
I remember hearing the song at first and not, I don't know if I'm supposed to say this, but I'll just say not being super in love with the song. It was just a reference, and I remember Scooter saying to me, you got to get over the reference. But when I got my voice on it, I immediately was just like, this is such a special record.
That's why this visit landed differently. It didn't feel ironic. It didn't feel forced. It felt like reconciliation. Like Bieber was finally at a place in his life where he could look back without anger or embarrassment. Fans picked up on that immediately, and of course, speculation followed. Some asked the question that always seems to hover over any Bieber nostalgia. Is this about Selena Gomez? Social media loves a simple narrative, but the timeline doesn't support it. Baby was released before Justin and Selena ever became a couple. Revisiting his past doesn't automatically mean revisiting a specific person. Sometimes it's about acknowledging who you were before fame complicated everything. Still, the conversation revealed something deeper. People project their own first loves, first heartbreaks, and formative memories onto Bieber because his music soundtracked those moments. Seeing him sing When I Was 13, I Had My First Love in the same place he once sang it as a kid felt like watching time fold in on itself. The timing of the moment only amplified its impact. Bieber has been sharing more personal glimpses into his life lately, including tender family moments with his wife Hailey Bieber and their 15-month-old son Jack. That context matters. This wasn't a man stuck in the past. This was someone grounded in the present, confident enough to look backward without getting lost there. The contrast was striking. The teenager who once needed validation from millions versus the 31-year-old who no longer needs to prove anything. Fans noticed how calm he seemed, how unbothered by expectations, how effortlessly his voice carried without studio polish. It sparked a new wave of conversation. People started asking for re-recordings of his early catalog. Others wondered if this was a sign of a larger reflection phase, maybe even new music shaped by hindsight rather than pressure. At the same time, there was something beautifully finite about the reel. It didn't promise more. It didn't tease a project. It just existed. And that's why it worked. In an era where everything is monetized and over-explained, Bieber let a single moment speak for itself. He walked through a bowling alley, sang a song that changed his life, and reminded millions where they were when they first heard it. Past and present brushed against each other for a few seconds, and then it was gone. What this really means is that Justin Bieber doesn't need to chase relevance anymore. He already owns a piece of cultural history. By returning to the place where Baby was born, he didn't reopen old chapters for attention, he closed a loop. The reaction proved that his story is still emotionally anchored in people's lives, not because of scandal or headlines, but because of memory. That's a rare kind of longevity. Fans didn't just watch the reel, they felt it. They remembered who they were when that song played non-stop, and for a brief moment, so did he. If this story took you back, don't just scroll past it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment telling me where you were the first time you heard Baby. Let's talk about it. If this moment hit you right in the nostalgia, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment telling me where you were the first time you heard Baby. I want to hear your story.